Hello and welcome to the Conversational Hour. This is Priscilla, and our topic for today is going to be better to be unlucky. Hello, Eric. Hello, Vivian. I
Hello.
hope I hope the two of you can hear me very well. It's nice to see you. So, Eric, why don't you take a moment and introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Eric from Brazil, and I am studying English 1 year.
Okay, great. So you've been studying English for 1 year. And how long have you been affiliated with Verbling?
Today is my first day,
Oh,
my
great.
second lesson.
Okay, fantastic. I'm excited that you're here. I hope that you will learn a lot. And if there's something that I can do to help you more, please let me know. Thank you for joining us. And
Thank
we can now ask to hear from Vivian. Hello, Vivian. How are you? How are you today, Vivian? Okay, it may be that Vivian is having some technical difficulties at the moment. Let's turn our attention to Natalia. Natalia, how are you today? All right. Eric, would you unmute your microphone and let me know if you can still hear me?
Can you repeat?
I just wanted to know if you could still hear me, and you can. I didn't get a response from Natalia, nor did I get a response from Vivian, but it seems that the microphones are working, and we'll go ahead and get started. My name is Priscilla. I am a conversational English coach. What I'll do is guide you in developing the skills and techniques to engage in conversational English with as little difficulty and less stress as possible. So, with that said, let's just get started. I'm sharing my screen now, and on my screen, hopefully, you are able to see the dialogue that we will be reading today. And it is entitled, It is Better to Be Unlucky. So, Eric, I will ask you to start in just a moment. And if you'll start reading here, Eric, Sam, an unemployed piano tuner. Will you start reading for us?
Sam, an unemployed piano tuner, said it was only the second thing he had ever won in his life. The first thing was an Afghan blanket at the church. Hefel, when he was 55 years old.
Okay, that is going to be 2-5, which is 25.
20,
Mhm.
25. Okay, thank you. Years old. But this was much bigger. It was 120 dollar. Oh,
$120,000.
1,000. Sorry. Um, he had won the big cube, a state lottery game. To win, a contestant must be first guess which number a spinning cube will stop on.
Okay, this word is contestant.
Contestant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you. The cube has six numbers on it: 1x, 10x, 50x, 100x, 500x, and 1,000. If
X.
he his is correct, the constant must then guess which of the two selected variables is going to be great.
Okay, this word is contestant. This word is variables.
Variables.
Mhm.
Contestant and variables. Okay, is going to be greater. So just guessing which number appears on the cube does not guarantee that we that you will win any money.
Okay, and this word is does.
Those. Okay.
Okay, continue reading.
Sun correctly guessed one. I forget every time.
1,000.
1000 x, but he still had to choose between two variables. One variable was the number of cars that would run the stop sign at the Hill Street and the Lake Avenue in 6 hours. The other variable was the number of times that a teenage boy would change TV channels in a 3 hours period. This was a tough decision.
Tough.
Tough.
Tough. Mm-hmm.
Okay, tough. Finally, Sun flipped a coin. It came up heads, so Sun picked the
Picked.
teenager. Picked.
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 Okay, this word is picked. And this word is flipped.
Flipped. Picked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The teenager. He picked right. The stop sign was run only 76 times, but the teen clicked 112 times.
120 times.
20, 60 years old. Sun jumped for joy, for he had just won 1,000 times. 112
$120,000.
Okay. Sun dreamily left the lottery studio. Talking excitedly on his cell phone while crossing the street, he got hit by a little sport car. Sam is slowly getting better. He was in the hospital for a month. His hospital bill was 1,000. Can you write, please?
One $110,000. $110,000.
100.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 100. And the insurance company for the little sports cars owner sued Sam for 900,000.
9,000.
Sorry.
That's okay. 9,000 dollars worth of repairs.
Okay. Also, Sam still has to pay federal taxes on his winnings. Sam doesn't pay, play the state lottery anymore. He say it's better to be unlucky.
Okay. Thank you for reading that for me, Eric.
Okay.
Eric, this is for you. Numbers. This, okay. Be thousand, thousand, thousand. Okay. So when you see 3 zeros, you will always know that it is 1,000. So you would say 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, and 5,000. All of those are thousands. Do you understand, Eric?
Yes, yes.
All right. But other than that, you'll learn a little more tonight, but your reading is acceptable. Hello, Asma, Eduardo, Kevin,
Hello, teacher.
Natalia. I hope that you're back. Vivian, I hope that you can hear me. I'm going
Hello,
to,
teacher.
hi, I'm going to assign us numbers now so that I can keep up with who we are. Asma, Eduardo, Eric, Kelvin, Natalie, Natalia, and Vivian. Okay, so Asma, you may open your mic and say hello. Eduardo, once Asma has said hello, would you follow? And Kelvin, would you say hello after Eduardo? You may start when you're ready. Asma,
Okay.
unmute your microphone and just say hello.
Hello.
Thank you. Eduardo? Eduardo?
Yes, teacher.
I want you to just say hello. Just say hello, Eduardo.
Sorry, teacher.
Just say hello. Say hello, everyone. Never mind. Okay. I'm going to give each of you a number. So when you see your number, it will be your turn to do something.
My name is Eduardo, teacher. Eduardo.
Okay, 2, 3, 4. I'll make that correction. 5 and 6. And that name is A-D-U-A-R-D-O.
You. You.
E-D-U-A-R-D-O. Okay, thank you, Eduardo, for that correction. And we'll go. Now, if you do not see your name and you see the number, you'll know what number is you. Natalia, you're number 2. And this is going to be, all right. So we have already heard Eric. Natalia, would you read for us? You are going to be number 2. Natalia, would you read for us? Natalia. Natalia. Natalia, are you here? All right, we'll go to number 3, which is going to be Asma. Would you read for me, Asma? Asma, would you read for me?
Okay. I can start now?
Yeah.
Okay. Sam, an employed piano tuner, said it was only the second thing he had ever won in his life. The first thing was an Afghan blanket at a church raffle when he was 25 years old. But I don't know when.
This was, okay.
Okay, but this was much bigger. It was $120,000. He had won the big cube, a state lottery game. To win, a contestant must first guess which number as spinning cube will stop on. The cube has 6 numbers on it: x1, 10x, 50x, 100x, 500x, and 1000x. If he is correct, the contestant must then guess which of two selected variables is going to be greater. So just guessing which number appears on the cube does not guarantee that you will win any money.
Okay, thank you. Asma, are there any words here that you did not understand?
I think that I am concentrate to read then to understand the text.
Okay, so what we're looking at then right here is Sam is a person that is unemployed, which means he does not work. Unemployed means not working. And he had never won anything in his life. The first thing was an Afghan blanket at a church raffle. This is what he won at a church. An Afghan blanket is just like a blanket that you might put on your bed, and it's made out of an animal's fur. And he won this blanket at a church raffle. And a church raffle is a place where they sell tickets. And he was just 25 years old at that time. But this time, today, he just won $120,000. That's a lot of money. He won $120,000 by playing a game with something called the Big Cube. All right? And now we'll go on to Eduardo. Eduardo, could you read here, please? Eduardo?
Okay, teacher, I read.
Sam?
Okay, Sam correctly guessed 1,000.
Correctly guessed. Correctly guessed.
Sam correctly guessed 1,008, but he still had to choose between two variables. I don't know.
That's correct.
One variable was the number of cars that would round the stock sink at Hill Street and Lake Avenue in 6 hours. The other variable was the number of times that teenage boy would change TV channel in a 3-hour period. This was a tough decision.
Okay. Now, are there any words in there that has given you some difficulty?
Sorry, teacher, I can again to read. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So let me explain what this passage is about. Sam is just a person that won the lottery, and he guessed correctly by choosing 1000x. The word variable is something that will change over time. Something will change. It can change for the good, it can change for the bad, but a variable will change. One variable was the number of cars. So is it going to be 1 car, 500 cars, or 2 cars? Whatever number it will be, he had to decide in 6 hours how many cars would pass. The other variable was that of a teenage boy. How many times would he change the TV channel? Would he change the channel 1 time, 2 times, 300 times, but he needed to decide how many times the boy would change the TV channel. All right. So Kelvin, would you read for us? Kelvin, could you read for us? Let's see if Kelvin is still here. Kelvin, are you able to speak? Natalia, are you able to speak? Natalia, are you able to speak? Could you read for us? Natalia, are you able to read for us? Okay, Natalia, if you're reading, I can't hear you. So I'm going to ask Few to read for us. Few, could you read for us?
Yes.
Could you read for us, please?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. All right, Few. Now let's listen to Natalia. She can speak now.
Okay.
All right, go on, Natalia.
Okay. Finally, Sam flipped a coin. It came up heads, so Sam picked the teenager. He picked right. The stop sign was run only 76 times, but the teen clicked 120 times. 60-year-old Sam jumped for joy, for he had just won 1,000 times 120, or $120,000. Sam dreamily left the lottery studio, talking excitedly on his cell phone while crossing the street. He got hit by a little sports car.
Okay. Do you have questions about what you read?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Can you summarize what you just read for me, Natalia?
What should I do?
Summarize what you just read. Do you understand what you read?
Yes, I understand.
Could you tell me what you just read without reading it again?
Okay. Sam was glad because he won the lottery, and he's going to the lottery studio, but he was selling his phone, and he was it was crash.
That's right. There was an accident
with sport car.
All right. So what actually happened is Sam was really happy that he had won, and he was flipping a coin to make that decision. And when he realized he had won the lottery, he was on his telephone, and while he was crossing the street, he was hit by a car. Okay. Vivian, would you read for us? Vivian, are you there? Vivian, unmute your microphone and please read for us. Vivian, would you unmute your microphone and read for us? Okay, I don't know that Vivian is able to hear us. So I will read for Vivian. Sam is slowly getting better. He was in the hospital for a month. His hospital bill was $110,000. And the insurance company for the little sports car's owner sued Sam for $9,000 worth of repairs. Also, Sam still has to pay federal taxes on his winnings. Sam doesn't play the state lottery anymore. He says it is better to be unlucky. So what has happened is Sam doesn't play the lottery anymore because it's not lucky for him. He owes $110,000 to the hospital. He owes the person in the car $9,000. That makes a total of $1,019,000, and he still has to pay taxes on the entire $120,000. All right. Phu Quai, would you read for us? Phu Quai, would you please unmute your microphone?
Yeah, I can read for you.
Yes, please.
Sam is slowly getting better. He was in the hospital for a month. His hospital bill were $110,000, and the insurance company for the little sports car owner sued Sam for $9,000 worth of repairs. Also, Sam still had to pay federal taxes on his winnings. Sam doesn't play the state lottery anymore. He says it's better to be unlucky.
Very good. Do you understand what you read?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, can you summarize for us what you just read?
Yeah. Sam had an accident, and he will get to the hospital. Later then, the insurance company pays him insurance money. He will consider lucky to get the sum of money, but he would love to be unlucky because he don't want to be hurt or got in an accident.
Okay, very good. Phu Quai, you are number 7, okay? Can you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So let me quickly go up to the top and put you in as number 7. And that is... So everyone else, remember what your numbers are. Eric, you're number 1. Natalia, you are number 2. Asma, you're number 3. Eduardo, you're 4. Kelvin, 5. And Vivian, 6. And Phu, you are number 7. All right, so here are questions for 1, 2, 3, and 4. I want you all to answer these questions for me that I'm going to ask. Where is my questions? Required. Okay. Number 1, does Sam work? I think that's Eric. Eric, does Sam work? Eric, unmute your microphone and tell me, does Sam work? Eric, please answer. Eric, does Sam work? Natalia, does Sam work? Natalia, does Sam work?
Yes, he does.
Where does he work? Where does Sam work?
Oh, sorry, no, he doesn't work.
Okay, why doesn't he work, Natalia? Why doesn't Sam work?
He was unemployed.
Very good. Sam doesn't work because he's unemployed. Very nice. And Asma, does Sam work?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't work.
Has Sam ever won anything in his life?
No, nothing.
You know about Sam?
Won. I think you said to me work.
Well, no, but it has.
Yeah, he won the lottery. He
Anything
won
before the.
a big amount.
Okay.
Is $120,000.
Has he ever won anything before the lottery?
No.
No, he has not. So can you tell me two things about Sam? Asma, can you tell me two things about Sam?
In the beginning, Sam is very ambitious after winning the lottery, but after that he get hit by a sports car, and he lost all the amount because the hospital bill take all the money that he won.
Good. Okay, Eduardo, did Sam win money with a lottery ticket? Eduardo, did Sam win something with a lottery ticket?
Teste.
Teacher, okay. I believe it. Sand win the money with a lottery ticket.
That is correct. What was the amount of money that he won?
I don't know. $1,000. I don't know, teacher. Well, 1,020. Sorry, $120,000 with
That's right.
the lottery.
Yeah, he won $120,000 with that lottery ticket. All right. So now I'm going to ask the same questions to 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Kelvin, does Sam work? Kelvin, does Sam work? Okay, Kelvin is not here. Vivian, does Sam work? Vivian, unmute your microphone and tell me, does Sam work? Does Sam work, Vivian? I see that you unmuted your microphone, Vivian. So now I'm waiting for you to answer. Does Sam work? If you are answering, I can't hear you. Okay, Fuqua, does Sam work?
No, he doesn't. He is unemployed.
He's unemployed. Few, has Sam ever won anything before the lottery? Has he ever?
I really don't remember.
Okay, here's the answer.
Yeah.
Here's the answer.
I just remember he won a lottery.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the answer. Here's the answer. Has Sam ever won?
No, he had not.
Okay.
He had not ever won anything. Yeah.
Everybody has the answers to the questions that I'm going to ask. The questions are here. The answers are here. I would prefer that you not read the answer. All right. Eric, did Sam win money with the lottery ticket?
Yes.
Okay, can you answer in a complete sentence? Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Okay. Eric, has Sam ever won anything before the lottery?
Can you repeat, please?
Has Sam ever won anything before the lottery?
No, he has not ever won anything before the lottery.
Great. Natalia, does Eric... No, I'm sorry. Natalia, does Sam work?
No, Sam doesn't work. He's employed.
He's unemployed.
Unemployed, sorry.
Unemployed. Natalia, how much money did Sam win?
Sam won $120,000.
Great. And what did he use to win that money with? What did Sam use to win the money with? That is for Natalia.
Can you repeat, please?
What did Sam, now that question is not there, but the answer is, what did Sam use to win the $120,000?
Oh, I don't remember.
What did Sam use to win the $100,000?
Lottery ticket.
Very good. Can you say it in a sentence? Sam used a lottery ticket to win the $120,000.
Sam used a lottery ticket
To win?
to win $120,000.
Asma, was Sam hit by?
Yes, Sam was hit by a sports car.
What was he doing when he was hit by a car?
He was in hospital.
He was selling on phone. Talking.
Doing, Asma?
Okay. He was talking on his cell phone.
Very good. Eduardo, did Sam win $100? Eduardo, did Sam win $100?
Can you repeat, please, teacher?
Did Sam win $100?
No, teacher, no. Sam won $120,000, teacher.
Good. And what did Sam win the $120,000 with? What did he use to win the $120,000? What did he use? Do you remember? Do you remember what he used to win the $120,000?
By the lottery? No.
What did he use to win the $120,000?
Lottery ticket.
Yes, he used a lottery ticket.
With the lottery ticket.
Was Sam hit by a car? Was Sam hit by a car, Eduardo?
Yes, teacher. Sam was hit by a car.
Vivian, if you're able to speak, can you tell me if Sam works? Vivian? Okay, I don't think Vivian is here. Fuquai, does Sam work? Okay, and Fuquai, unmute your microphone and answer for me.
Yeah.
Does Sam work?
No, he doesn't. He unemployed.
He's unemployed. Did Sam go to the hospital, Few?
Yes, he did.
And why did he go to the hospital?
Because he was hit by a car.
Great. Vivian, if you're able to speak, does Sam work? Does Sam work, Vivian? Okay, Vivian's gone again. All right, so that helps to help each of you understand what is going on in the story by answering the questions that I just asked. Is there anyone now that doesn't know what happened in the story? Okay, so if you know what happened in the story, I want each of you to summarize this story for me, and we will start with Eric. Eric, can you summarize what you remember or what you know about this story? Eric, can you tell me what you know about this story?
Are you listening me?
Well, I want Eric to tell me. Eric, can you tell me this story?
You
When
hear
I
me?
ask for a summary, I want you to tell me something like this. I will summarize the story. This story is about a guy that won $120,000. He won the lottery. Once he won the lottery, he was walking across the street talking on his cell phone, and he was hit by a car. Sam does not believe he is lucky. All right, so that tells me the answer to what I wanted to know by summarizing the story. So now, Eric, could you summarize this story for me, similar to what I just did?
Do you hear me?
No? Tell me again, Eric.
Repeat what you say.
Yes, you can repeat what I said.
Oh, okay. So this guy is walking and he won in a lottery 1,000 and 100. I don't remember.
120,000.
Okay. Oh, one. Okay. 120,000. Right. And he was walking in the street and was hit by a car while he was talking on the phone. And then he goes to hospital, and I don't remember how much he's paid for the bills.
Natalia, can you tell me 3 things about the story?
Okay. Sam was unemployed and he never won lottery. But once he won $120,000 in the lottery, and he was happy. He went to the lottery studio and he talked on his cell phone. But he was um,
Hit by a car.
hit by a sport car.
Okay,
And
that's good. That's good. Thank you, Asma. Thank you, Natalia. Asma, could you summarize the story for me?
Yeah. Okay. Sam won $120,000 after using a lottery ticket. When he left the lottery studio and talking on his cell phone, a car or he got hit by a sports car. Then he was in hospital and lost and paid all the amount that he won. And after that, he believed that it's better to be unlucky.
Okay, let us hear from Eduardo. Eduardo, can you summarize for us the story?
Okay, teacher. Okay, teacher. Okay, Sam was unemployed and had no one anything in your lives. The lottery. Finally, Sam won $120,000 but what hit by the card while talking on the cell phone. He was in the hospital for a month, and I had to pay the hospital and carry and repair card damage. I don't know the
He had to
word. Mm.
he had to pay
In
the
the
repairs for the red
okay,
card.
okay.
That's good.
In
Okay.
the end,
Uh,
it was better to have don't have the good luck.
Sam did not have good luck. Okay, great. Thank you, Eduardo. Kelvin, can you summarize the story for me? Let's see if Kelvin is here. Kelvin is not here. So Vivian, can you summarize for us? And Vivian is not here either. View, can you summarize for us?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, this
Okay.
story is about an unemployment named Sam. One day he won $120,000 lottery. He thought he very lucky because he had never won lottery before. But after winning the lottery, he was hit by a car while he was walking across a street and talking on his phone. He had to go to the hospital and stay there for some days. At the end, he thought it better unlucky than being in hospital.
Very good. So he thought it better not to be lucky because he spent so much time in the hospital. All right, well, you each did a wonderful job with your summary, and that is pretty much what I wanted to happen. I wanted you to be able to read the story and then tell me a few things about the story as you remembered. So as we can recall, this story is about Sam, who had never won anything in his life. Then he won the lottery. But once he won the lottery, he was so excited. He was on his phone. He walked out of the building and he was hit by a car. The amount of money that is going to be required for him to pay is more than the money he won for winning the lottery. That is the reason why Sam says it is better to be unlucky. I'd like for each of you to take a moment and tell me, why do you think Sam feels he is not lucky? Asma, let's start with you. Why do you think Sam is not lucky? Asma?
Yeah, it seems in the beginning that he was lucky, but means to win a big amount.
Mm-hmm.
But when you go to when you was hit by a car and lost all the total of money. So I think there are reasons that some say it's better to be unlucky.
Okay, great. Eduardo, could you tell me why you think Sam feels he's not? Why do you think Sam believes it's better to be unlucky? Eduardo.
Okay, teacher. The question is the meaning of unlucky?
No, the question is, why does Sam believe it is better to be unlucky? Why does Sam believe it is better to be unlucky?
Ah, okay, teacher. I don't know, teacher. I don't understand. I don't understand the question, teacher.
Okay. Did Sam get hit by a car?
Hmm? Yes,
Okay. Is that lucky?
yes, it's unlucky.
No. No, it's not lucky to be hit by a car.
Unlucky, teacher.
Yes, it's unlucky. Did Sam have to pay for the repairs to the car?
Yes,
Is that lucky?
unlucky.
Did Sam have to pay the hospital?
Yes.
Is that lucky?
No, no,
Okay.
is
So
not
now
unlucky. It's unlucky.
it's
Unlucky is
good. So now we know three things that was unlucky for Sam. Tell me why Sam believes he should not be unlucky. Or why was Sam unlucky? Why was Sam unlucky? What three things happened to Sam that made him unlucky?
the cause. I don't know.
He was hit by a car, one.
One, yes,
He had to pay the hospital, two.
yes.
And he had to pay to repair the car.
Okay,
So there were three reasons Sam felt unlucky.
yes.
What were the three reasons that Sam felt unlucky?
Sorry, teacher.
Okay,
I don't
you just say,
understand.
that's okay. Sam was unlucky because, just say what I say. Sam was unlucky because, say what I just said. Sam was unlucky because, Eduardo, repeat what I say.
Okay.
Sam was unlucky
Sam was unlucky
because
because
he was hit by a car.
yes.
I want you to say he was hit by a car.
Okay, was hit by car.
He paid the hospital
He pays the hospital.
and he paid to repair the car.
And they pays to repair the cars.
Great. Eric, why was
Yes.
Sam unlucky? Thank you. Eric, why was Sam unlucky?
He was unlucky because he never won anything before, and he went to get the money from the lottery
Mm-hmm.
and was hit by a car,
Good. Mm-hmm.
and then he needs to pay the hospital bills
Good.
more than he won.
That's right. Okay, very nice, Eric. Natalia, why was why was Sam unlucky?
Sam was unlucky because he was hit by a car.
Mm-hmm.
Then he went to hospital,
Good.
and he had to pay the hospital.
Mm-hmm. Good.
And then he had to repair the car.
Very good. Thank you, Natalia. And Fuquai, why was Sam unlucky?
I think Sam was unlucky because he was hit by a car.
Yes.
He had to went to hospital and
Good.
pay the bill.
Good.
In addition, he had to pay for repairing the car,
Mm-hmm.
and in the end, the amount of money he won from the lottery is not enough for him to pay the expenditure he had to spend on hospital and repairing the car. So
Mm-hmm.
he was unlucky.
That is correct. Very nicely done. Thank you, Fuqua. I want to point out that Fuqua, I like the way that you wrote or you added in addition. That tells me that you're trying to expand your sentence structure and add additional vocabulary. So that was a good addition to say in addition. So I appreciate that. We are coming to the top of the hour, and at the top of the hour, this is when we actually reflect and provide our final word, which would be, what did you think of today's lesson? What did you learn? What are you going to take from what you learned today and be able to use? Let's start with you, Fuqua. Your final
Yeah.
word, please. Final word.
Yeah. Thank you, teachers. We enjoying the class very much.
Okay.
We learn a lot from your lesson, and looking forward to taking part in more of your class in the future. Yeah.
Thank you, Fuqua. I appreciate your comments, and I'd like to invite each of you to follow me, attend as many of my classes as you possibly can. Natalia, could we get the final word from you, please?
Thank you, teacher. Thank you very much.
Wait. Is that Natalia? Is that Natalia? Natalia. Natalia should be speaking. Final word, Natalia.
Repeat, please.
What are your final words? Did you enjoy the class today?
Yes, I did, because we read funny story, and I learned to retell this story.
Okay.
It's very useful for me. Thank you, teacher.
Okay. Thank you, Natalia. Thank you, Natalia. And being able to retell the story that you've read is a great way to develop your conversational skills. Thank you, Natalia. Eric, would you summarize with your final words today? What are your final thoughts about today's lesson? And again, welcome to Verbling.
Thank you. The history is cool, and I like the way you teach. So
Okay.
very thanks.
Okay, thank you. Please choose to follow me. It is my pleasure. And again, welcome to Verbling, Eric. Eduardo, final words for today? Eduardo, please unmute your microphone.
Yes, teacher. Yes, today the class was fine. Thank you very much. I could understand this story. It's okay. Thank you. Goodbye.
Okay, thank you, Eduardo, for your comments. And I try to have small stories so that it's enough information for you to retain and be able to participate effectively in the class. Asma, final words from you, please.
Yeah, thank you, teacher, for the class. Yeah, for me, in the beginning it seems that I cannot understand the text, but after that, when you explain for us, I think it will be very easy, and also the important thing that I can retell the story, and that's very good. Yeah, thank you, teacher.
Okay, thank you, Asma. When I pose questions for each of you to answer, that helps you to better understand the story. First, you understand it from my point of view, and in many instances, I will actually give you the answers. Once you understand what the correct answer is, my expectation is later on in future classes, once you understand the technique that I'm using, you will develop the answers using your own voice and your own words. If you don't have any further questions for me, I want to thank Asma, Eduardo, Eric, Natalia, and Few for being able to stay with us the entire class hour. I hope that you enjoyed. I did learn a lot, and I am listening to each of you and monitoring your growth. So continue to follow me, and I hope to see you soon. Bye for now.
Bye bye.
See you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.